underway. FaZe clan to start on the CT side of Dust2. Furia on the attack. And we can get things underway. Fallen with a very tactical and technical pistol. Look how many grenades there are.
This has to be a B execute, doesn't it? Smoke doors and window. Molly towards back of plant. Rops is playing back play. He's actually playing big box. Frozen will be the support network. 5 sets of Kevlar for FaZe, but full information. Aggressive through mid. The only option is either B or long, and well, that tells you it's going to be B.
Yeah, huge start from Rops. Takes an early head, removing Cello. A chance as well onto the second. Skulls
lower push.
Welcoming the fight. Yuri's holding from the box. He should have one. He should have had two. Karrigan manages to weather the storm of the Yuri Glock. K-Serato this off angle completely overlooked. Beautiful positioning and rewarded for it. Puts it onto Frozen in the sight. Can't get past K-Serato. Some quick clicks from him. I still feel like there could have been a couple of more bumps in the road if it wasn't for Rops getting that opening kill. Made it a bit more competitive. Furia still pull it off.
Yeah, and you can see how quick the support is coming. So we get it from this nice little cinematic angle. The shadow spotted Yuri, as you said, probably should have had two. But because the U2 was still being set up, but the fight was already coming from FaZe, K-Serato, very slow.
Very cool.
Secondary element to be dealing with that push, shuts them down, locks the round, and puts a pistol round in a best of one in favor of Furia. So this is fantastic for the Brazilians.
Cello got info, spied him out on towards the mid push, and Karrigan goes down long.
An important first death, and one that we'll highlight here. I know that it's a full eco, but it's more the position. Karrigan is the long anchor. So let's see if within the game plan they return to late longs, try and bully the in-game leader. I know Jacob was talking about, doesn't matter if Karrigan is 0.8 or 0.85. But look, if he's locking down his part of the map, I think that we'll definitely be more than content with that if we're FaZe fans playing at home. But let's do a little bit of history, Alex. We love some history.
I do.
These two teams, they haven't really played a lot this year. Last time they played, it was on Ancient 6 months ago, Copenhagen Major, group stage. Art was still on the roster.
Yeah, okay, wow.
Right, so now we've got Skulls. They've rightfully installed Fallen as the commander-in-chief. Their overall form looks more consistent because of the style that they're playing. There's less variance. And, well, they now ban Ancient. So the map they played last time and lost, not even in the pool between these two teams. So we find ourselves on Dust2.
My current analysis is that not a single member of Furia has put a charm on their gun.
Charmless.
They're charmless. Whereas FaZe, I've already noticed 2 charms.
Charming.
Charming. So this is actually a battle of charm versus no charm. Or, of course,
witchcraft, I believe is the official terminology.
Yes. Keep your eyes on that. We'll see if Furia, with their absence of charms, can keep the win streak alive. They do manage to get through the eco, just the one casualty. And Rob's maintaining his charming deagle.
All right, well, that means the rifles for FaZe are about to be purchased on through, so we get to see.
What did Yanko say? What did he say? He said, be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Well, let's see, because on the pistol round and the eco, there was light aggression. Now, we are going to be having the likes of Rops and Frozen holding over towards B. Rain's going to be the A rotating rifler. Karrigan to lock down long, and Brokey, once he gets the AWP out, he'll be here, there, and everywhere. They did the long doors smoke. Molly towards blue bin. They'll wait for this one to pop. Flashes are there, and there you go. They're across. Perfect.
Picture perfect. And no other map control really gained during the battle for long. You've just got Fallen casting a scout down mid. Smoke on doors is present. K-Serato equipped with a Molotov to take short control. Mid-door smoke fades. There's a window of opportunity for Frozen.
They're going to crunch mid. The short players are coming to fight this.
Where's that smoke going? That's an interesting lineup. Just to take the first stage of short. But
they're
playing ahead of it. Oh, there's a big fight coming. There is a big fight coming. Frozen has this cross. The flash will be accounted for, but super aggressive. Do they expect the second? Brokey delivers one. You'd think a second was coming given K-Serato's low HP, but Fallen providing the overwatch. Brokey doesn't commit. The Flames will force him to stand his ground, though. Really hanging in the balance of Brokey's decision-making here.
He's the X factor. He's going to need to find another kill to make this one cheeky. Now, Yuri's been able to slink his way out towards pit, so long control completely under the remit of Furia. You take a look at the utility. We've got some smokes for the cross, one flash, a HE. Now, Karrigan's starting to pivot over. If he goes too wide, he might get caught off by the fact that Yuri is super deep in pit. He's across. Did Yuri spot him?
I don't think so. I think he's pulled it off just the most perfect of timings.
We're still aware something could be possible.
Karrigan. Oh, lets it go. Can he deliver? He does. A beautiful double from Karrigan. Nice shot back from K-Serato. Nails Brokey. Yeah, he's definitely looking sharp. 6-0 right now, and K-Serato gets a fourth with the scout now. It's up to Rops. 14 seconds. That bomb needs to get across. The smoke, exploded open. It's going to get very awkward for K-Serato. Just has to live. Rops, I don't know if there's time. 5-4.
No chance.
Oh, he goes down through the box anyway. Okay, Well, that's a round. That's a round K-Serato's probably going to want to forget. Good God, did he get close.
Well, that's the thing. If he converted this round, he had 3 kills on the pistol and almost the ace here. That would have been huge impact within the first 3 rounds of the game.
Who had the bomb? It was the kill. It was this kill here.
Fallen, right?
Karrigan takes him down. Fallen had the bomb. Bang, spews it out. 27 seconds. He nails that one. And he did. I think he did miss the plant window, but yeah, salt in the wound is a jumping in
close,
four.
though,
It's still red 4. Like, I think it is just as long as the number's on the screen. But
well, finance is teetering, Alex. Look at this. Both teams with some lighter investment. Tech 9, MP9. That's what's the weaknesses on either side. Another mid-door smoke scuttles through, and they're quickly going to mount up towards short. So, on the clear, Frozen blows it open, spots. Ooh,
sweet FA.
Xbox, I think he just saw the tip of the head. All right, well, they really want short control. If you're throwing that combo, right, you're essentially blocking yourself, but you've secured short. Now, this is a late long flash. This is what I was talking about. Fallen to try and set up Yuri and Skulls against Karrigan. Karrigan needs at least 1 kill.
Does Karrigan have it in him? This flash looks like it's destined for glory right in front of Karrigan's face, but ahead of the play, Yuri brings the fight, catches Karrigan on the jiggle. Empty-handed is Karrigan, and that's going to be problematic for the defensive phase. Brokey.
And there's nothing from the B players, Alex. There's no reaction from Rops and Frozen. They're not pushing up the tunnels. They're not rotating away.
So this really does just hinge off range having a lot of impact. Oh, he nearly had K-Serato as well. Brokey can't finish it off. They're all up long. This is already looking like a good Furia third. Nice catch from Skulls as he advanced, and yeah, they'll just take this one comfortably.
Felt a bit static there from FaZe's defense after Karrigan goes down, right? I understand that Rain was looking to try and get some control back towards short, but with that util set that we highlighted, they had already lost it. In that moment, I understand it's risky. There's not a lot of info. Karrigan called that they came out long, and they called that short control was taken. That's about all the information that FaZe had. But the defense completely split. They couldn't help each other. There was no push for info. So FaZe will concede another. Furia back into the winning ways. Scoreline now reads 3-1 in favor of the Brazilians.
So the two approaches they've had in response to that short util take, the smoke and the Molotov, one was to play in front of it, ahead of it. We saw how that worked out, which was, you know, not the worst, not the best. And this time they've respected it, and it resulted in them being quite isolated. Obviously, this deafened Karrigan. It does look glaringly like a contributing factor to the loss of the A side.
I hate being long anchor. You just sit and you have to focus on that crosshair the whole time, and you are not dictating any of the pace of the round.
And the one time you look at your radar, the one time.
And then also, as a player that wants to push or either help, pushing long feels like suicide, right? Unless you can get the best information off of your teammates, it's so tough. But I want to point out that we're 4 rounds deep, about to be into round number 5, and yet to see an AWP in play. So the full buy for FaZe is probably something that they think is necessary to start securing some rounds here. They have the saved AK, the saved M4, the AK and the M4, both starting over towards long. So fortifying and backing up their in-game leader, Frozen and Rops, now rotating back. Same control looking to be vied for. This time, it's a different opening molly there, but very diligent for short space.
Like, this is obviously part of the game plan. And from there, I'm sure there's different finishes. This one is actually going to be quite a quick little lurk smoky. This one, I think, is the waterfall. Gets towards CT as well. We'll find out. Yeah, no. Does invite Robs to investigate, doesn't it? Knows he's got a nice little elevated angle, the bait from Brokey. But Furia are not moving a muscle. They're hoping for a reaction.
Split. The stack's in place. There's a chance.
Small opportunity. Yuri and Skull's going to be testing the long duo of Frozen and Karrigan. Frozen does have a rifle. Karrigan to the USP bait. Rops is just in the open on the fade. Oh, a lovely headshot from Cello.
Scorches.
That should be enough. Nothing for Karrigan's USP here. Cello hitting 2 banging headshots into the A site, and the job
Frozen
is
could get
done.
some kills. Yeah, Karrigan baits in at least for 1, but out of these saved rifles, very low value. So Furia stacking on the rounds now. Rain goes down. Cello finds another, finds his voice, and yeah, again, it's becoming a bit of a standard. We've got the players across from each other with the smart gas in between. We saw all the banter that would go down at ESL Pro League just a couple weeks ago. So we'll see if that picks up. But this is a slow start from FaZe. As mentioned, the full buy rounds with the AWP in the hand of Brokey. That's who you wanted to. It's still not in play, right? The loss bonus hasn't been able to get to a point where they haven't managed their finances. This is Rops just, in the middle of nowhere, essentially. Opener goes down, no value for the AK, site given up, and Cello just continues to find head. So a great little round there for Cello confidence-wise.
I will say, seeing K-Serato and Cello hitting shots like that early in Dust 2 does bode bode well for the Brazilians in the best of one. You kind of need them both to be online, and they are.
Looks like a little bit of a tech pause going on. So let's hope that that one gets resolved ASAP. Just been notified that is a keyboard issue. So, you know, they happen. As long as you don't, you know, spill sticky orange juice in your keyboard, that tends to be a big issue. Now, we can take a look at some spawns, right? Because Dust2 is a map where the spawns can have a big influence towards long. Fallen has the best spawn, and it's not actually the best spawn, but
one of the assortment they've been given.
For what they have right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll see them going long. On the other side, Karrigan, the long anchor, does, in fact. So I doubt we see them go for the smoke. Well, they only have one molly. They have to do the smoke combo. Yeah, they can't go for the double long mollies. Never mind, guys. Take a look at the util. It really... Oh, here we go. Aggression. Frozen into lower.
They actually started 3B as well, so a lot of pressure onto Frozen in the way he handles this. Cello tasked with containing it on top of the box. A powerful position. Oh, this boost is very nice. Will provide some covering fire if they do try and swing through Frozen. Frozen does pull the ripcord, gets out of there. Really good read of the play. The flash, the molly, they came in, but he was ahead of it.
But look at the util. They haven't found a fight yet, and we're talking a couple of smokes and a couple of flashes to defend their honor. Furia still have an awful lot to find their finish. Now, the call is to congregate over towards B. Yuri is going to join the party. Now, there is information and it's quiet, right? There's no pressure long. We aren't really hearing or seeing anything towards middle, so they do keep that info. It feels like Frozen kind of needs to hedge, but he wants to spot middle so that his short players don't just get crept up upon. So this is really all on Robs.
They've played this really well. It is all on Robs. And then here they come. Big test, big challenge, good find from Robs. Commits to the spray, puts Skulls on notice. Frozen, he's unloaded his magazine, a good HE. Robs does deliver, pushes through the utility, and Brokey only the one. Yuri through. Fallen and Yuri have access to the site, and now ahead of the flames. Rain clears his corner, goes down. After the first, it all falls to Karrigan.
And he's wondering where he is. Why is he not here? Karrigan, with the longest rotation, has just joined, well, the rest of his teammates who are all dead. 1v1, bomb not planted.
And for Yuri, the absence of Karrigan is really getting him suspicious. Is he taking this long because he's gone tunnels? He needs answers before he tries to plant, but Karrigan's positioning is great. There's a sound cue. Karrigan piecing together the opportunity.
Still tough.
Yuri going to smoke on top of the bomb.
What is this?
Wait. Oh, Karrigan, do you have the patience? Do you have the patience to just sit here for the whole smoke? Will you give him a sound cue? Will you give him something? I love the way Yuri's played this. He would have been susceptible to this angle, but holding for it. But upon the fade of the smoke, he loses his advantage. So thinking man's clutch here, fading. Karrigan's patience! He prevails.
And a big exhale there.
A big exhale, but also a big round for FaZe. That's going to get the cash flowing once more.
And maybe just to talk through what's going in Yuri's mind in that moment and the reason he's so hyper-focused towards potentially tunnels. Think about how many bodies from FaZe were there to defend or push through the doors on that B hit, which tells you, hey, they have to have some information from somewhere on the map. Have they pushed mid? Have they pushed long?
Right.
So the fact that Karrigan's not spotted in all of that foray, you're thinking, okay, maybe he's pushed long. He has the info, it's B. The rest of the team will quick on the rotation. No, they just had a short setup, right? And Karrigan was still anchoring long. So his late rotation kept Yuri a bit skittish about things. He's like, well, he should be here. The rest of the team is.
Yeah, where the hell is he? And especially because Rain pushed through that Molotov so aggressively, it's almost like his teammate should have been right behind him.
Yeah, right. All right, well, able to get the rifles out again on both sides of the server. And there's the change. The AWP for Fallen invested in now. We are seeing FaZe start to throw out this smoke to give the question mark of the lower dark push. And that's going to be important because it will change the pacing of Furia's default. So they have to worry about lower. And Cello is investigating. Skulls still passive outside upper tunnels. So they're infiltrating from a, well, less than normal route, but regardless, job done.
That's the most passive way I've ever seen long be held. Karrigan jump spotting it with a smoke and can throw it out safely from the pit. Serato makes no secret of his arrival through mid, gets out off the flash.
It's a lot of pressure for the mid to be, and FaZe don't have Rain in position. So right now, FaZe's setup is well, look, hey, either side we have to defend. Now Karrigan's the one actually rotating back over. So this setup, there's no answers right now for FaZe.
I really like the way Furia's T-side's structured at the moment. Every round has got his own kind of objectives. Everyone seems to have a good idea as to what's required to attain that control. Here comes a flash from Serato. And Cello trying to drop CT, fumbles the movement, and it costs him his life. Now out mid, Frozen. Missed shot from Fallen. Yuri can't catch him. How is Frozen still alive? Finally, he's felled by Serato. Cost him everything as it's Brokey and Rain. Rops will sweep the last under the rug clean. But FaZe is third.
So FaZe have played not a standard setup there at all, but Furia have played the round as if it was. So that drop from Cello towards CT spawn is meant to deal with the player like Rain. So the A rotator, when the mid to B smoke comes out, is drawn towards CT spawn, right? His job is to work with the mid to B player, and the two of them, you know, either blow open, a flash comes through, there's different points of conversation. So essentially, Furia wanted Rain to be in CT, right? And then your AWPer would either play like car or ramp, and you can sometimes slip past and
so
drop the spawn behind them.
Right, like the AWPer scope short, and you kind of just drop in the void.
Like it takes a bit of luck. You know, you need to catch a bit of a timing.
Or maybe, yeah, or the CT smoke, was it still supposed to be there for his drop? I mean, it just seemed like he had underestimated the setup.
Well, something else, because us idiots are talking a lot, right?
Yeah.
But when they're taking the short control, big things that are being looked out for on either side is the steps. For the T's, right, hearing the CT run back and forth, have to be quiet about it. Rain, whack-a-mole, how many can he get? Only one and done. Brokey's picked up that AWP, and they're going to get in towards the side. It's all about can they get that bomb down. Bombardment of nades, skulls, pressured, bomb should be planted. So you'll take that. $600 after the defuse comes in. Thank you very much.
That's a win.
And we've tied things up, 4-4.
A win is a win.
Well, now we will get into the point of the game, right? We're going to round number 9, but finally both teams will have what I consider by the old school definition, full buys.
Yeah, Brokey gets it all.
As of how Dust2 should look. AWPs, full rifles, full nades, defuse kits, everything, and we're this deep in the game.
How bizarre.
But that's like, I guess, the nature of this, right? And it's when you are losing, it's about doing more with less or making the right investments, being in the right place, the right time, the right moves. Fallen with a decoy trick. Shot will fire off. He'll even take one of his own. Same smoke from Frozen.
Ooh, interesting one from Yuri.
Yeah, he threw it a few rounds ago. It's an interesting way to lurk out.
It does make Carrigan investigate. He's just going to walk.
I hate this for Carrigan. I hate this for Carrigan.
He's given him exactly what he wanted.
It feels like if... Here we go. It feels like a reaction from the B defenders, but Serato and Fallen are already out mid. The fact that Yuri's won that fight for free, that is massive. FaZe are under so much pressure.
Frozen, he got 2 from this position last time. Well, Fallen missed a shot again, he does! And Frozen bests him. No trade from Serato, at least not immediately. Frozen aware and on high alert that there is likely more bodies near doors.
And no support, really.
He's doing this on his own, and peeking into Serato will result in a nice headshot from the Brazilian.
Well, Robs needs to move.
Now Molly's got his number, and Rain might not clear his corners. He does. And oh my god, Yuri's on 2 HP. The nade. Oh, the nade could be perfect, and it is. Just a little scrap of shrapnel.
3v3, B split.
Into Robs. He's playing outside of the B bomb site, so a smoke doors, which is not available. And boom! Who needs it? Who needs it when you can hit shots like that? Cello finds the B anchor, and now it is their round to lose. Bomb planted. Uncomfortable retake. Rain and Brokey, will they give it a look in? Looks like they are having a search. Skulls his angle though, very hard. Not ready for it was Rain. And now Brokey swaps out to the AK, tries to peek through, but Cello comfortable. Gotta feel good for the Brazilians there. Return to form after losing 3 in a row. They proved that they can still convert.
So how are you going to deal with that lurk smoke towards long? You essentially have to lock down the long doors completely at the start of the round and then play close.
But like, why has no one ever done that before? That seems like a really smart move.
Well, right, so the thing is, even if that player gets out to blue bin and your long anchor is a fragger,
nice.
Not an in-game leader,
nice.
Then that duel, right, I think it's a bit more, but like Carrigan almost gave Yuri exactly what he wanted in that moment.
Right, because after that smoke fades, but the only place you can be is
blue bin.
Blue bin.
Yeah, but they would have already used their utility most likely, right? So we're either single molly or double molly long, so we can't really flush you out. So you could be in that position.
So it just forces more resources.
Yeah, but okay, hold up a second. Double AWP for FaZe.
Huh.
So with the 1400 loss, they were still in a position they could bring out the double AWPs. I think Carrigan's dropped 1. Rops has been able to buy his own. Let's see if they can find a difference with this. Flashes towards long, so a little bit of a change. Pressure on Rain and Carrigan. They have been able to smoke off the doors, and this time they will just deal with the push with a boost. So Cello posted up. He'll just chill here.
Did make a sound. I don't know whether or not Carrigan would have clocked that. I did hear a wooden boot. Well, not a wooden boot. A boot on wood.
I think they're called clogs.
That'll be it, yeah. They are being very loud about this, and now his boots are in the way. Okay, testing Carrigan. Incendiary will force respect out of Fallen. Sound cue given. No pressure anywhere else. Now the door smoke will be thrown out. Carrigan, good timing on his own.
That's all this buys, though, is time. So if they can't really force Furia into a position where they can find a fight with these double ops, here we go. This is what I'm talking about.
Nothing.
Nobody with rain to go for the pick.
Yeah.
Clears the smoke, gets some info, does some damage, but one AWP towards B, very aggressive tunnels. One game helper towards Car. So if they can funnel them into Brokey, Brokey needs to light things up.
Yeah, it's about time for the AWP to start filling the feed. Brokey, sole responsible, really, for the cross-out cat.
Mid to B pressure. They're just, this is like classic Dust2. You always want to keep that A rotator moving. You want to keep them guessing. You want to keep them turtled. And now it's going to be the A exec with very limited util. Smoke and a couple of flashes.
All right, then. Well, at least Rain is in position to try and aid and assist Brokey. Perfect. Gets a freebie onto Keserato, and now he can activate. Oh, Rain. Clean headshot eventually onto Fallen. Mantles up, gets aggressive, and it results in an opening, or rather a catch from Yuri. Either way, Carrigan eventually wins out on Cello on that long lurk, and Skulls is left with nothing to do. No time to win the round, and a 5th phase imminent. Just a question of how Skulls wants to approach these last 5 seconds. He'll save his AK.
I don't think they learn about the double AWP setup either.
We didn't hear Rops fire a shot.
So I don't believe that Rops has been noted in this. And I said a smoke and a couple of flashes. That smoke was on Cello, who was boosted towards long. So it couldn't be helped over towards short to give them some extra space. It was just kind of a flash and go. So the Furia weren't given any of the fights they were looking for in that round. They had to execute with no utility left. And then it's a heads-up play against FaZe, who are happy to take these type of duels.
And that's where I would, raise an eyebrow to the 2 smokes, crisscross smokes invested into mid. They did a CT and like one or the other. And you still have one for the A exec, but who knows?
Well, they have a saved AK and the rest of the team on Eco, so FaZe going to take the lead by the looks of things.
Hey, he was thinking about going for a little early surge after this incendiary. He may very well do so.
Rops is in lower.
Okay, that does really limit their options. They're smoked, so Rops is ready. Rops is ready. He's hearing all of this, and he's sticking around. Brave from Rops, results in a first. Not going to get run down. Rain in support from the elevated position short. And there's nothing for them to get done here. Skulls, I guess you turn to him. Rops, though, just getting tested and comfortable with the AWP. There's Skulls, putting in work, puts in a good shift, and finds himself the double.
Might need a couple more of those, though, if they want to win this one.
Keserato may have to pick up the AWP and do some damage with that. On the cross, Brokey has it covered. I don't fancy Skulls' chances of getting across that line safely. Go on, Chad. It's a puzzle. It's an interesting puzzle.
Yeah, and I think just Frozen's position, unless he gets absolutely destroyed by this scavenged AWP of Keserato, I don't think there should really be a way in. He'll catch on the timing, and there you go. So Frozen with the first, should have probably had the second. Skulls still alive on 1 HP. The walking wounded somehow dodges the bullet. He's in towards the side. Skulls. You wouldn't, would you?
He wouldn't. Not the 1 HP 1v2. Brokey's missed his shot. It's allowed a plant. And his shoulder spotted. Brokey's so brave, but he just pushes it, keeps the crosshair on him so Carrigan can get that follow-up frag. Good grief.
Look, we've got about 1,500 is the average across the board here for the FaZe members who are in the dirt, right? So they are going to get the round win bonus, sure. But that's a huge amount of damage. They just had a double AWP setup with full nades, kits, and armor and everything. They can't really run that again. They can pick up 1 AWP that we dropped across, great. Is that Carrigan with 2 really important 1v1s within this game?
That is.
One against Skulls and one against Yuri.
Yes.
We'll give him his impact.
That is impact right there.
And look at the kills from top to bottom. 9 is Rops. The bottom is 7, which is Rain, Frozen, and Carrigan. So everybody contributing. Final round, first half.
More long-centric. Look at them. Just 4 of them magnetizing towards the long portion of the map. Cello is out. Long smoke does facilitate, and they completely concede it. That is a lot of early control. The fact that Cello is going further, he is pushing the issue, testing Carrigan, and he doesn't have much support. It is all resting on Carrigan. Oh, he's got a nade in his hands. He's got a nade in his hands. Spots out Cello. Info now. Penny drops. Ramp is lost.
Good nade.
He needs some assistance.
Look at all the nades left over the FaZe.
Yeah, I mean, sure, the retake's going to be interesting. That's if the bomb goes down. Pushing is Carrigan. Good frag off of the flash from Robs. Rain towards the Gandalf position. Has Brokey in support as well. Looks good now for FaZe taking shape, but Keserato stubborn on the double. Frozen flash, Yuri blind. Frag should be good, but traded back. Serato will punch in the code. It's up to Robs. He's been throwing the flashes. They know he's close, and in the fade, he goes down. A 6-6 half, right down the middle between FaZe and Furia in their opening game from Rio de Janeiro.
Anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. I don't want anybody else but you. 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 I need anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. I don't want anybody else but you. I need anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. I need anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. I need anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. I don't want anybody else but you. I need anybody else but you. Anybody else but you.
Garrigan's brought his A game today as he looks to try and get FaZe at a strong start. Best of ones to open up the group stage here at IEM Rio 24. And it's a 6-6 scoreline. Got Chetty B with me. What do you think? Who's a 6-6 favor more as we swap sides?
I think if you look at a few of the rounds in the first half, obviously Carrigan's clutches, like the rounds coming down to the final moment. But Fallen is yet to get started. He only has 1 kill, 12 ADR. He needs to be online, especially on this CT side. So right now I'm going to stick with FaZe. They are the favorites coming into this match, but this is home turf for Furia. A skirmish over towards B, and Rain deletes Skulls.
That really helps. They're trying to fake B, and it's going to force a rotation with Rain's nice headshot. Taking down Skulls, forces Yuri, Cello, Fallen, everyone over here. The power of a smoke and a kill. They've got Long for free. Now the penny drops. Wait, Rain's alone. Where is his friend? Where is the bomb? And now with Robs' death, it does get interesting for Furia. This retake is on, but FaZe have faked them out to at least get this plant. This post-plant is everything.
And I don't see a defuse kit. So now the 40-second timer begins. There is a bit of a pressure on Furia to get a move on.
They all focus 3 from short, 1 from CT. They must seem to think that that's a better, more favorable engagement for them. Cello walking up towards elevator now. Now the penny drops, long range Goosh, fallen low, but he actually hits the headshot. Solid contribution on the PTK, goes down, and not enough from Frozen. Valid attempt. Furia take the pistol, and Cello with another multi-kill. Had a couple of them already in the first half.
All right, well, they'll take both pistols. And traditionally in MR12, that is the recipe for success. The thing that is counteracting that is the clutches, right? So if they didn't lose those clutches in those the first half.
Yeah, that, and also I'm just still thinking about that pistol. You can't help but feel like you got everything you wanted there.
Exactly. Look, I was saying the trap that was set up, I think the fact that the car player peaked first, the players weren't close. You had set up a crossfire with Glocks. You had Goose, you had Sight, you had Car. If you wanted to contend, then look, USP would be great, but they didn't have one of those. But take a look. Fallen, given the AWP. So he needs to get online. He's already found a second kill. That's great.
Did it take Brokey like 6 or 7 rounds to get his first
Right,
AWP?
we were very deep. I think we were maybe even 6 rounds deep, maybe 7 rounds deep before an AWP came out. Oh. Don't worry about AWPs. We got scouts, and we got in-game leaders on scouts.
Go, Carrigan. That's a spicy meatball to start. Now he can just draw the line in the sand. He's jamming right now, you know? It's just, oh, well, he tried. But Fallen pulls out his own Zoom banger. Should be dead is Rain. Nice composure with the Desert Eagle. Skulls, however, a double back. Bomb lost. And oh, that opportunity for Brokey slips away. It's still there. It's still on the plate. Oh, but pushing out your nose out the door, Yuri will kill him if he goes hunting. So Skull's just survival integral. B-site lost.
Look what the bomb is.
Look at this standoff. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, they have to make a move. Eventually.
Well, let's see if they can get something done. If they fight doors and window at the same time and hit a banger, there's a chance.
Oh, they're holding for this. They have to push at the same time. And yep, hits a shot and down. So yeah, Furia, they weather the storm, albeit threatening, thanks to the handiwork of Carrigan and co.
Considering the investment, that's a huge amount of damage. FaZe were on essentially an eco. Now we go into the gun rounds, and there was a lot of pressure just put on Furia's economy. Want to give a big double thumbs up, Graham Messioso pit style. Guess what? He's coming up next for Skulls. The fact that he gets a multi-kill in that position is huge, because at that point, the rotation point for him was miles away. If he goes down, they get into the site, the bomb goes down, B bomb site, tough to retake, given, well, it doesn't matter about the weapons.
Carrigan on his way out on the warpath. Corner smoke to help, but no one contesting.
Hello, Rain.
A mid-push. It's a mid-push that Rain has spotted out. Can't believe he gets away with that. 21 points of health. Fallen AWPing up mid into Robs. Lovely aggressive AWPing here from Furia.
And important from the captain, right? The fact that he plays the role of being the in-game leader and the AWPer, and he had a tough first half, and now he's trying to activate.
He's ready this. The Fallen's on the rotation through. Throws out the HE to clear. Will they be exposed? They'll have to respect it. He really wants to fight. Wants to peek down long. Smokes are fading. Opportunity presents itself, and Fallen slam shot onto Brokey. Carrigan up. Doesn't find a shot. Fallen aggressive again. That's his style. That's what he does. Doubles his kills in 1 round.
It's beautiful right now. The fact that he is still playing with this confidence. This is a captain's performance. You got Quesarado on 17. He's had his impactful moments. You know, Skulls with some important kills. Cello with a bit of eco bash, and Yuri's here as well. But now Fallen active, and that was the first gun round, second half, dealt with, handled, business taken care of, and it was with aggression.
Yeah, if you're Robs right now, if you're Robs, you can't quite believe an AWP has pushed you mid like that. You're leaving long, and already Fallen puts you in the dirt.
Okay, Skulls, I think you're about to be tested again here, son. This is a mid to B split. There's going to be so many bodies.
Fallen, that was dangerous. Goes looking lower. There was 2 heading his way with the Tech 9. Tucks in. They could test him any moment now. Fallen is playing a dangerous game. Backing his aim, but the flash perfect in his face. Now he needs help. Oh, he's a dead man, surely. Support from Cello, but a very messy spray. Skulls has to be the hero again. An impactful double in back-to-back rounds. Frozen catches down the AWPer. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. Brokey, bait, Robs the switch, covered by Quesarado. 1 HP left on Skulls. Sure, the bomb's down, but how are you supposed to defend this? No Kevlar on Brokey.
Coming in.
Nice clean headshot. Should be cleared out. Yuri gets 1 and down. Dealt with. Problem solved. A 10-6 scoreline.
Playing with a good understanding, great little surge through there on the push. They're going back to pick up that AWP. That's why the defuse is slightly delayed. Brokey jumping from plat into sight there without any armor. Like, Skulls could have ended the round right there and then. But again, you mentioned it. Impactful double yet again from Skulls. Important work. And this is it. This was one of these poppy half-buy plays. But now, FaZe into the full buy. And if the comeback is going to start, it needs to start right now. This could set Furia on an amazing trajectory. Mouse versus Pain, they'll play the winner of that. That's currently on our B stream. That's pretty tight as well. It's the boost and down the jaunt. So one spotted, shot taken, and they're swinging out for aggression again. Look at it. They're boosting on
This is
Xbox.
cheeky. This is very cheeky. Balls on you, Fallen. Meets his fate at the Carrigan hands. Cello spotted out. Carrigan once more, and crouching under is very nice play from Cello. He'll get away. Whoa, look at the damage found there onto Rain.
That's huge damage. That molly's going to force Brokey and Carrigan up cat.
Tense round now. Yuri leaves long. Brokey posted short.
Look at the activity towards mid. Yuri's down here, Cello too. Skulls just came to investigate. They need to fight, and they know it.
And around the edge of the smoke. Good angle for it.
Just block short as well, so FaZe have to pause.
The bomb's on Frozen top mid.
Yeah, it's a little bit worrying, isn't it?
Something needs to move fast. How are they not concerned about long whatsoever? Like, it's like they all know. It's mid-centric. Brokey missed shot. Yuri baited in by Cello. Serato does catch Carrigan as well on short. Short no longer a problem. Forced into lower with 30 seconds and now forced into B. Skulls hiding out the back of the site. And now Cello even contributes first. It sets up Skulls. This is looking fantastic from the CT side of Furia. It's perfect, and it continues to be so. 5-0 on their defense right now, running it home. FaZe, not a single round to celebrate on their attack.
Yeah, and you're asking the question about, what do they know? Why they're not expecting anything long? I think that there's still tells over towards mid because they're being harassed. There's probably steps being heard. And I think one of the other key details are Fury are down a player, but they're in the lead. Let's take a bit of a risk. Let's take a bit of a gamble. We want to fight a certain area, but they just went straight for that mid to B block, and it was absolutely perfect. A really good push from Serato. You can see Carrigan with the aggression out the gate, dealing with Fallen, who's trying this crazy play with the boost over Xbox.
Can we talk about that?
I love it. I love the fact that they're trying to just really be in FaZe's face. And this is going to be the second tactical timeout called. A conversation to be had, but one of the last, because right now this gap has grown.
Yeah.
Furia 2 rounds away.
What haven't they tried yet? I will say Frozen's got a pretty damn good long spawn next to Rob's.
It's very all in.
It is very all in. And at this point, you just want something known, a known quantity, something you can predict and control. Starting heavy in the defense, Fallen will be splashing up his teammates, and Frozen does deliver, takes his spawn and delivers an opening kill.
Need to convert around like this. No choice. The blue bin molly's shot. The blue bin molly hasn't landed. Fortunate Serato doesn't stick around because maybe he wouldn't expect Frozen in this position with that molly that didn't spread. They will get the long control. Now, last round we saw them block for the mid to B. We saw that, everybody kind of come on over and worry about mid and B. Right now, Fallen just towards car. Frozen is out long. The util for the finish, 3 smokes, a molly, and a flash. If you pick this drive, Fallen should have you.
You should, most definitely. But is that something that FaZe are planning on? There is only one flash, and it's not possible.
Huge.
Cello pushing in! There he gets them both! Lovely double from Cello, trying to keep the win streak running. Could they really have a perfect CT half?
This is T-Smoke we're looking at.
It's certainly limiting their options, but in the absence of a flash...
And the CTs will stack theirs on top of it.
Thank you very much.
This is something Fury were doing at Pro League.
Well, it really limits your options.
Yeah, they would just block them, right? And then if a team wasn't ahead of it, I'm not sure exactly, was it against Falcons maybe? But they would just continuously use the new spread of the smoke and block long like this, and nothing could happen.
I haven't seen this this theory in the handling long, and look what it does to them. Oh, Fallen gets a freebie, catches Rain, walking through the fade. Now it's just Frozen and Brokey. Then the flashes and the double swing. They are playing solid Counter-Strike. This CT side is something Furia should be proud of. It is left FaZe looking... They just had an opening kill, couldn't even convert.
Yeah, they're looking dazed and confused right now. They're definitely not as direct. FaZe are on the trajectory to the lower bracket.
Who on earth will end up there? We haven't found out anyone down there yet.
No, so look, I won't spoil it for the people at home. You can go and check it out yourselves, but Mouse versus Pain is awfully close. Closer than this one, that's for sure. Final round could be on the docket right here, right now. An aggression for the CTs. Look at the radar. Cello flirting with the mid push. There's a molly in his face, so unable to make the push now, but still just hangs around and goes. This is wild, Cello.
Yo, he's feeling himself.
I think the desk highlighted Rain, popping off. In the first half, everybody from FaZe was contributing. In the second, nobody from FaZe is contributing, right? They have just been absolutely stumped. There's been a few close rounds, but
They're doing a mid to be fake smoke. So they're doing crisscross, but everyone's tunnels.
Queserado's here. They've read them like an absolute book, Alex.
Yeah, is this really going to be the perfect finish? Scholes doesn't release the crouch, gets nothing done, and nothing from Queserato either. Well, Cello, he nails a clean headshot onto Frozen, but the job is done. The round is won, and FaZe posting their first T-side round on Dust2 with just an army of Galils and a good game plan.
Now, how would you feel about this, Alex? You've just been read. Furia made the perfect call. Their traditional B defenders, Skulls and Cello. Well, just there, they had Skulls, Cello, and Queserato holding B. Brokey has this one, fed to right, there you go, take that away. But you got away with it, right? You were able to secure the round. If I'm Furia, I'm confident that I'm reading the game well. Like we made the right call, right? And we just should have shot him, right? Like as simple as that.
Yeah.
Now, the finances are still there for a Furia purchase. Fallen can get the AWP back out. You know, starting to get very light on now, and with the lost bonus bottom of the barrel, 1900 going into the next, we might see a save if FaZe make the correct call. Couple of good long spawns again. Do they want to test the water? Frozen to fly out first. We've already seen this work in his favor.
Give it another go. Another shake of the stick. Flashes are good. They force Yuri back. So long obtained.
But this is great, because if Furia went 2B defense and then standard long, gut pushed off and then just dropped back, the round would feel very claustrophobic for them. But because they started forward in lower and cat, they're already exploring information. And that information is going to be flowing through. That means they don't need to use their util to block B, to block short, to block mid. They can hold on to it. So FaZe are looking, if they continue in this path, if they don't go for mid control and go long, Furia will have a lot of util to block that. That same smoke, if you look at the radars, just come in, flash over, now Fallen under pressure.
Wow, handles it well. And the shadow betrays Carrigan. He is looking very deadly as Cello. Clean kills, their control of lower, their control of cat. It's resulted in 2 nice opening kills, and FaZe, they are already faltering. Just 1 round to boast on this second half, and Robs are trying to change the script, trying to give them something to hold on to. Cello reaggressing in a 5v3, that is absurd. It's hyper-aggressive, and he's so quick with it. Cello nails it for his 17th. If Cello and Queserato are in form like this here in Rio, there could be a run to be discussed. Smoke guises Queserato's cross for a wider peak towards long. Lovely angle for it. 30 seconds. They're being channeled, corralled into this. And just 1 more kill. It's clean. It's sweet for Furia. 13-7. A thrashing versus FaZe Clan.
Yeah, they bare their fangs in their opener, and this is the best case scenario for Furia. A best of 1 against FaZe with the pistols going in your favor. Sure, you lose a couple of clutches, but you were in full control, and the Rumble in Rio wants to see Furia in the arena.